Imagine this. You're in Brazil, it's summer. The World Cup is happening right at home. The land of Pelé, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. The whole country breathes football. And now, the semifinals. Just one step away from the dream final. Everyone believes. From Rio to Recife, from the Amazon to Sao Paulo, the hope is the same. Brazil will rise again and become world champion. But just a few hours later, everything would turn into nightmare, one that no one could ever believe. A match that would go down in history, but not the way Brazilians dreamed of. Before Germany humiliated Brazil 7-1, there was a whole chain of moments, emotions, decisions, and mistakes that led to this disaster. Let's go back to the beginning. When FIFA awarded Brazil the right to host the World Cup, the country exploded with joy. But that joy didn't last long. It turned into anger. Billions of dollars were poured not into hospitals or schools, but into stadiums. Protests filled the streets, scandals filled the news, and the national team suddenly carried the weight of an entire nation. You must win, or the people will never forgive you. Luiz Felipe Scolari, the old fox who had already conquered the world back in 2002, was once again in charge. He knew this wasn't just about winning another trophy. It was about restoring the pride of an entire nation. But this wasn't the Brazil of Kaká, Ronaldinho, or Robinho, a team of pure talent and flair. No, this was a team built on emotion, on passion, on the willingness to fight to the very end. Every player was like a volcano ready to erupt. David Luiz, the captain with the heart of a lion, leading by pure emotion. Thiago Silva, the iron wall, unshakable even in chaos. Fernandinho, Paulinho, Hulk. Warriors who were ready to bleed for the yellow shirt. And then there was Neymar. He wasn't just a player. He was the face of a new Brazil. Young, charismatic, with that smile that could light up an entire stadium. He could dance past 3 defenders and score, making it look effortless. Like he was just playing barefoot with friends in the street. For the fans, he was the new Pelé. Every dribble, every pass, a celebration. And when he scored, the whole stadium lifted off with him. But behind all that joy and samba, there was pressure. Immense pressure. The team knew this was their chance, their moment. The tournament started strong. A 3-1 win over Croatia, though that penalty was, let's say, debatable. Then came a dull draw with Mexico, and a confident 4-1 against Cameroon. But even then, something felt off. Too nervous, too emotional, too much pressure. The round of 16 against Chile, that was pure chaos. Brazil struggled, created almost nothing, and in the final minutes, they were seconds away from disaster. Remember Panilla's shot off the crossbar in the 119th minute? If that ball had gone in, history could have been completely different. Brazil survived. Just barely. They won on penalties. Then came Colombia. Another war. Rough tackles, endless fouls, pure chaos. Brazil won 2-1, but that match marked the beginning of the end. In the 88th minute, Juan Camilo Zúñiga's knee crashed into Neymar's back. He fell, screaming in pain. Later, doctors confirmed the worst, a fractured vertebra. The whole country was in shock. Scolari said, "We'll play for Neymar." But the truth was, they hadn't just lost a player, they'd lost their heartbeat. And on the eve of the semifinal against Germany, the atmosphere inside the team felt like a ticking time bomb. July 8th, 2014, the day of the World Cup semifinal. Brazil, the hosts, the nation that dreamed of glory on home soil. An entire country believed the trophy would stay where it belonged. But across from them, Germany, cold, clinical, perfectly organized. The stadium is packed to the brim. Fans sing, wave flags, cry with hope and pride. Then the match begins. Brazil tries to set the tempo to control the game. Marcelo picks up the ball near midfield, takes a shot from distance, wide. On the sideline, Scolari is shouting instructions, urging his team forward. Then, a mistake. Marcelo loses the ball, Germany breaks on the counter, but Marcelo races back and recovers just in time. Corner kick for Germany.
chance of a second for Germany. Brazil in real trouble. They're in dire trouble now. We have a World Cup.
1-0. After a perfect corner from Cruz, Muller smashes the ball into the net in the 10th minute. Brazil tries to respond, pushing forward, but every attack breaks down. They keep losing possession. Every pass seems a little rushed, a little shaky. Germany builds again. Cruz finds Muller. Muller lays it off to Klose.
Another one here! It's a run for the Germans. The game may be won and lost in...
2-0. And it's only the 22nd minute. The stadium goes silent. That famous Brazil fan, the old man holding the replica World Cup. Meanwhile, Germany isn't stopping. Another attack, a low cross into the box, and Cruz, with his weaker foot, fires it in. Stunned silence.
This is quite astonishing. It's all over now. It really is all over for Brazil. 2 for Klose.
3-0 by the 24th minute. A complete catastrophe. The players look lost, the fans are frozen, and the whole of Brazil just stares in disbelief. The 25th minute. Brazil loses the ball again. Khedira passes to Cruz.
They're queuing up. They're all going to score at this rate. Khedira, the latest name on the score sheet.
4-0. Even the youngest fans start crying. A woman screams in despair. On the pitch, the players shout at each other, trying to reorganize, trying to find some rhythm. But the nightmare keeps unfolding. The 28th minute. And yes, you probably know what's coming next. Hummels breaks forward, lays it off to Khedira, a quick 1-2, and goal.
Now, it really is all over for Brazil.
5-0 in the 28th minute. Scolari tries to shout instructions to rally his players, but it feels like no one is listening anymore. The first half comes to an end. The Brazilian team walks off the pitch, heads down, broken. The Germans leave the field completely calm. They know it. The match is almost in their hands. In the second half, Brazil tries to regain control of the ball. Almost immediately, Marcelo passes into the center. The ball finds Oscar, who shoots straight at Neuer. Brazil keeps pressing. Bernard breaks into the box, but Müller steps in to stop him. Ramirez heads the ball to Paulinho, who fires twice, but Neuer makes incredible saves both times. Muller gets a chance to score, but Julio Cesar makes an incredible leaping save. By the middle of the second half, Germany regains control, and Brazil looks exhausted. In the 68th minute, Lahm passes to Schürrle, and he makes it 6-0.
Square, 6-0 it is. Hardly anybody is celebrating. And I think
in the 78th minute, Schürrle receives the ball in the box, 7-0.
They have got 7. It's hammered in. An absolute...
In the eyes of the Brazilian players, you can see it. They've already accepted what's happening on the pitch. In the 89th minute, Oscar gets the ball, dribbles past a defender, and scores.
He's got a goal. It's Brazil 1, Germany 7. And I have never...
A consolation goal. That was all Brazil could hope for that night. The final whistle blows. Germany wins 7-1. The German players don't scream, don't sprint around celebrating. They just hug each other, shake hands, silently thank one another. No showy celebrations. They know they've achieved something monumental. David Luiz drops to his knees and prays. Oscar sits on the grass, crying. The stands are silent. Brazilian fans weep. Some even applaud Germany for their fair play. This isn't just a defeat, it's a national trauma. The Brazilian people couldn't believe it. At home, in their own World Cup, they had lost like this. For Germany, it was a step toward greatness. Just a few days later, they would beat Argentina and become world champions. For Brazil, however, it marked the beginning of a deep reckoning with their football, their system, their mindset. 7-1, a score no one will ever forget. This wasn't just a match. It was a demonstration of how discipline and cold calculation can crush emotion and chaos. Brazil fell, Germany rose, and that day became one of the most striking and painful chapters in football history. Now we want to hear from you. Which match would you like to see covered in this format next? Drop your ideas in the comments.